Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. I am Felris, sailing the seas of Raid Shadow Legends. And guys, there's been a bit of news. So, first of all, we're going to have 3 different guaranteed epic champions, all for the Mikage Fusion event. So yesterday, as you are seeing this video, we had Lockwayne, right? We get guaranteed for 40 ancient shards. And then we're also going to have, I believe, and Indalia. So I think today is going to be Alyssania and tomorrow will be Indalia. I will be pulling for them. As well as we will have progressive chances for Kira the Watcher and Tatsu here. So, as well as Lady Quillen and Djala. So, all the epics I need for Mikage are now available either through guaranteed or progressive chances, guys. We've got a nice, healthy stack of ancient shards here that we are going to be pulling over the next couple days. In order to make that happen, then I will hopefully have my Mikage. But something else interesting that's going on is going to be this Sylvan Watcher's summon pool. Now, of course, the highlight champion is going to be Blade Chorister Caldor. He's insane. We'll get to his kit in a moment. Hold up! Click the link in the description below right now to get a free legendary champion, Bambus 4-leaf, as well as one amazing free epic as you level up. Here are the exact steps you need to follow. 1. Log out of Plarium Play on your PC. If you've never had Raid installed on your mobile phone before, the link will work there too. 2. Click the link in the description and start a brand new Raid Shadow Legends account with a brand new email. 3. Launch Raid and complete your tutorial. 4. You can find Bambus 4-leaf here as well as Ugo at level 15. This is an amazing account start in Raid Shadow Legends, so be sure to use my link in the description below right now. There are also insane legendary champions here. Barkhorn, right? Aostrid, Dream Song is really good as well. Glycad of the Meltwater is great, as well as Lockwayne. So Lockwayne is actually in the summon pool as well. So you don't have, if you're going to do the summon pool, you don't have to go for the guaranteed from Ancients. But, you know, the guaranteed is, of course, more free-to-play friendly. Guys, as you see, I have quite the stack of Prism crystals because I want this Blade Chorister Caldor guy. What exactly does he do? Well, on his A1 Dagger Song, he attacks all enemies, has a 15% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn, will ignore 20% of each target's resistance for each continuous heal buff on this champion, which is based on attack. All right, interesting stuff there. On his A2, 3-turn cooldown book, Orchestra of War, select a target. If the target is an enemy, decrease the duration of all buffs on all enemies by 1 turn. Places a 5% poison debuff on all enemies for 2 turns, and an additional 5% poison for 2 turns for each continuous heal buff on this champion. These debuffs cannot be resisted. Gosh, so he's just gonna pump out all poisons. Just gonna pump out poisons on everybody. All right, they can't be resisted. Then instantly activates all poison debuffs on all enemies. Guys, I have been looking for a poison activator for a long time, so this guy could be him for me. Explode waves with Corvus the Corrupted, right? If the target is an ally, increases the duration of all buffs on all allies by 1 turn and instantly activates all continuous heal buffs on all allies. Places a Perfect Veil buff on this champion for 2 turns. Also places a 15% continuous heal buff on this champion for 2 turns and another 15% continuous heal buff for each alive ally for 2 turns. Good grief. Finally, fills this champion's turn meter by 15% for each buff or debuff placed by this skill. That is an absolutely insane skill, right? He's going to pump continuous heals onto himself, pump out poisons onto the enemy. It's crazy. Then on the A3 here, and this is one of the faction unity skills, Rhythms Crescendo, attacks one enemy before attacking, has a 100% chance of removing all buffs from the target and placing a 60% decreased defense and a 25% weakened debuff on the target for 2 turns. Will ignore 20% of the target's resistance for each continuous heal buff on this champion. So guys, potentially this guy doesn't even need accuracy because his poisons can't be resisted, and if he has 5, he'll ignore 100% resistance. So, you know, the guy doesn't need accuracy. He's putting out a lot of damage, a lot of buffs. With one faction ally, this skill removes all buffs from all enemies. If the initial target is killed, this buff removal cannot be resisted. with 2 faction allies will ignore 5% of the target's defense for each poison debuff on them and each continuous heal buff on this champion. With 3 faction allies, if the initial target is under a poison debuff, also attacks all other enemies. The damage dealt is proportional to the initial target's max HP and how many poison debuffs are on them. If the initial target is a boss or a minion, the damage dealt is equal to 10% of their max HP. Guys, that is on a 3-turn cooldown as well. It's just insane. All right. On the passive here, Sylvan Symphony will ignore 15% of a target's defense when attacking while under a Veil or Perfect Veil buff. Sweet. That's great. It's like the Cheshire Cat. This champion receives 30% less damage from enemies when not under a Veil or Perfect Veil buff. Also cool, but the passive makes this guy even more insane, right? Sylvan Watcher's Unity. 1 faction ally. Each continuous heal buff on this champion increases their crit rate by 20%. Guys, he doesn't need accuracy. He doesn't need crit rate, which means you can go all out in crit damage, speed, and attack. That is crazy. That is crazy. And he has max HP on his A3. All right. With 2 faction allies, each time a continuous heal buff activates on this champion also fills their turn meter by 8%. Fantastic. So he already is going to have continuous heal buffs stacked on him, and then every time they pop, he's just going to get a ton of turn meter. Good grief. All right, 3 faction allies. Each time a continuous heal buff activates on this champion or an ally increases this champion's damage by 5%, stacks up to 150%. This is an absolutely crazy passive, and I want this guy. I really, really want this guy. So that being said, I wouldn't mind like any of the other legendaries in this faction either. Maybe we'll pull ourselves a Lockwayne from Mikage. That being said, we got to get to the polls, guys. We got to get to the polls. We're going to do 110 pop. Here we go. Hoping for some. That's an epic. Hey, there we go. We got the Lockwayne. So there's Mikage. 2 Lockwayne. Well, I can empower one, I guess. 3 Lockwayne. Okay. I guess this is a sign that I need to do. Hey, there's a legendary Elva Autumnborn. That goes into Faction Guardians. Gosh, my goodness. 4 different Lockwayne in this 110 poll. Elva Autumnborn can go into Faction Guardians. I already have an Elva. Unfortunate. I wanted Chorister. That is an epic Arwood Quivergrass. We got her recently. She's not great. Come on, legendary. Give me Chorister. Oh, that's an epic. Dudan the Runic. I like Dudan the Runic, but he's no Blade Master Chorister. Oh, there's another legendary. We got it. Let's go. Yeah. Hey, we actually got him. Oh my goodness. We already went over his kit. I won't spare that. We didn't do the aura. Increases ally crit rate in battles. All battles by 25%. Increases ally speed in all battles by 15% for Sylvan. Guys, this guy is insanely good. I'm so glad we got him. Maybe we can pull off another legendary. Feral, come on. Come home, Feral. Are we Quivergrass again? Oh, do I not have space now? I don't have space. Well, that's okay. We can... I don't have freaking space. Okay, we only need like 2, right? We need to feed 2 champs. There we go. We'll feed 2 into Vanguard. Oh, man, I ran out of space. All right, 2 more. Let's go. I need 1 more legendary. Come on. Feral, Aostri, Glycad. Come on. No. Okay, well, you know what? More than happy, more than satisfied with this. Oh, man. Well, I now have a bunch of dupe Sylvan, so we can stick Elva in there for another 10% attack, which will help the Chorister a lot, actually. But guys, here we go. Oh, man, we actually got him. Here he is. In the collection. Guys, let me know how your shard pulls went. Yeah, probably don't pull till the champion chase this weekend, if I was to give my advice. But hey, you know what? We had to do this today because I was just so excited to get this champion, guys. Guys, let me know your thoughts if you got lucky in the comments below. I have been Felrus, sailing the seas of Raid Shadow Legends. We'll be back tomorrow for Ancient Shard Pulls. I will see you in another video.